up to a tournament today, what are you guys all playing?
Wait, like division or paddle?
I think it's hard to say like what the next material is. Like I don't think any of us are gonna see or know what that is.
Yeah, I never intended to make content or be a creator.
Yeah, the numbers on the J2 shape are so good.
Have you guys hit the J2 XK before?
Two lopsided players basically.
Right, like it didn't make any sense, and it makes you wonder what the story is. David, is that your squeaky chair?
This is my bench. What I use for bench pressing. So it's so uncomfortable. But I haven't put another chair down here. I can't afford
He's
it.
getting a set in right now.
I was gonna say we're gonna see him just.
If I get bored,
yeah. Oh my gosh, that's good stuff. Well, yeah, thank you guys. I know maybe Kyle said he was gonna be here, but if not, if he hops in, that's cool too. Whatever.
It's better if he doesn't.
Yeah.
It's a good group right here.
Yeah, we got everything we need. Yeah, so just like a little, I don't know, intro or whatever. This is kind of like the second Pickleball Town Hall. Bunch of us reviewers just kind of getting together, content creators, whatever, chatting gear, chatting life, whatever we want. There's no like rhyme or reason. Yeah, some of you guys are like the best in the business. I feel like we got a good crew here. I like that. I think David is the only one who's a recurring person other than me so far.
Oh yeah.
So an award for him. And yeah, just excited to have you guys here and make this happen and just like chat. It's always fun to have like community within a space that we're all kind of doing our own thing in some ways. Yeah, and some of us got to see each other, meet each other for me recently at the Bread and Butter Nerdy Tourney.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. TMP is way cooler than we all thought.
Yeah, that was all I came away with.
Jacob skipped out on us.
Yeah.
I think you're lucky that I wasn't there.
That was a big bummer, dude. Were you the only one?
On cue.
Scooter wasn't there.
Scooter, yeah.
Didn't get to make it this time.
Yeah.
I hope he runs it back.
I was gonna say.
Was there? David's a lot bigger in person.
David's
a grower.
He's a grower, not a shower.
Yeah, that was a good time. It was good to meet everybody. Obviously, missed some of you though. All right, I got it. I feel like an easy way to start. I did this last time, and it just feels like the right icebreaker. We did start, but whatever. So maybe this is the go-to icebreaker going on here. But if you're showing up to a tournament today, what are you guys all playing? I feel like that's a good place to start.
You got to call on a name here. There's too many of us.
Oh, okay. We'll go with Paul. We'll go in order for me, which is going to start with Paul.
Wait, like division or paddle?
No, paddle. Or if you want to brag, division
you
too.
going
I don't
to
know.
3-0?
Yeah, exactly.
Playing a 3-0 tournament.
I've seen your YouTube titles. I don't think it's 3-0. I think it's 4-5 something or whatever.
I think the first one I saw, he was like 3-0 going in 4-0 tournament or something. I don't know what it was. So I'm like, oh, this guy's way better than 3-0.
Yeah.
5-0 sandbagging a 3-0 tournament.
I would say 3-0.
I was actually at 3-0 playing an open.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was my first video. It's paddle. I think there's like my top two right now, which are like pretty different, is like it's gonna be either the Gherkin Spectre, which is one of the paddles I've been always using for all my tournament plays, and then the other one is the Agassi Pro, which I feel like in playability, like they're complete opposites. Like one's more control and one's more power, but like sometimes in tournaments I'll even like swap out. It's like, oh, if I'm feeling like I'm popping up a lot, I'll like switch to a control paddle like mid-tourney. So yeah,
dude, that's funny. I'm the same way. I'll take two. I'll take like my main, and then I'll bring one that's like a little more control oriented in case I'm sucking,
Yeah.
and then I'll switch.
It kind of like it gets you right a little bit. Like
it's kind of
course correct. Yeah.
Not a lot of people do that.
I saw this guy. This was at a St. George tournament. This must have been 3 years ago. He was legit playing a singles match. Had 4 paddles in his corner, and he was switching every 2-3 points.
Oh my gosh!
It was totally real. Like I thought it was a joke, but I ended up found out I was standing next to his wife, and she's like, "Yeah, he just does that." I'm like, "What?"
What was like
That's
the
me at
reasoning?
Open play every week.
Yeah, that's different though. That's all of us at every open play, always.
But I guess if you spend that money on the paddles, you got to use them, right? So
I guess
He's
you're
using-
distributing wear and tear across.
That Agassi,
you know?
though, I feel like it's gaining steam. For a while it was the Perseus, but now I'm seeing more Agassiz these days. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Paul?
My question is like, why not? Like, why aren't more people using it? It's like got a bigger sweet spot, kind of located a little bit higher. I'm surprised like not like a lot more pros are using it. Is Kate Fahey using it
Yeah.
Yeah,
now?
you got Fahey and Buckner, I think is that it?
The only two.
Only two I can think of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
I don't know why
surprised
more
because
people. Yeah.
as soon as the Agassi came out, I was immediately drawn to that shape. I just thought it was really interesting, and obviously, I think for anybody with a tennis background, it kind of makes sense. Kind of having a more head-heavy paddle like that.
Yeah, I think it needs less tuning. I think that one plays really solid out of the box. Yeah, the Perseus, you kind of have to put some weight in the throw a little bit, but that just kind of comes with that weight in the throw, right? I don't know. But yeah, that one's, at least in my area, more people are switching to the Agassi that play yellow.
Yeah. David, what about you? What's your main right now?
I knew
today?
you were going to ask it, so I brought it on with me. But
Oh,
the
yeah.
enhanced Gen 4.5, for customization, I like to use Pickleball Effects tuning tape from the 8 and 4 positions down here.
Cut it.
Gotta shout out Pickleball Effects store.
I don't think we're
Back
allowed
in
to
there, baby.
advertise on this.
Use this code.
Yeah.
Use my code there. But yeah, it's like it's not like a super exciting paddle. I would say it's just kind of that all court leading power. I play well with it. It's nothing special, and I think that's like kind of the trend I go with whenever I pick a main paddle. I never really pick a power paddle. I'm terrible with those, and I just want something kind of all court with like a bit more juice to it. That's why the Gherkin Nightshade was the previous one, but I think this one just overall is a bit more forgiving, and I'm gonna probably have more durability with this one. So I'm gonna be with the enhanced Gen 4.
I love that paddle. I think I posted in our group just the other day where I was like, I don't know about you guys, but I have really been enjoying my time with that paddle for a lot of the reasons you listed. But yeah, I just feel super comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I know.
I think
yeah.
I was following you, David, until you're like, it's nothing special. Like you were pitching it well, and then you just tanked it. Like you just brought it.
He was talking about your
down.
tuning tape, I think.
Yeah.
That's
If I use the
kidding, just
bogey
kidding,
tape,
just kidding.
the bogey tape would make it amazing.
Yeah. For
It's
some
not even
reason,
sponsored by
tuning-
them.
I take it back. It was a great pitch. It was a great pitch.
When they were working on it, they asked me if I wanted the elongated or the standard because they were going to do a standard shape.
Yeah.
And I took the standard because I was playing the True Foam 2 at the time. And then just a week or two ago, he was like, yeah, so it's like, we're about there. I'm like, we don't have, we're not doing the standard though. And I was like, no.
So Jacob's
But
got the core on the screen.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is the core in case anyone hasn't
Yeah.
seen it that's watching.
But no, that's a good one. I do like that paddle. To me, it was a little heavier,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
and obviously a lot of people have that preference.
Yep. I was
Yeah,
just switching
that's
back
good.
and forth with it today, actually. And that was the first time. And I was like, yeah. First time playing it around with other paddles too. Not just on its own for a while. And I was like, oh yeah, this is a little heavier.
Yeah, it's
But
kind of it's one of those paddles with sneaky power. I feel like that one's
Yeah.
kind of sneaky. You have the gearbox powers where it doesn't it gives you more power than it feels an impact, if that makes sense.
yeah.
And the 4.5 I feel like is one of those. But yeah, it's solid.
Yeah. What about you, Jacob? What are you running?
I'm still using the Honolulu J2NF. I mean, I was playing a couple tournaments in a row, so I wanted to stick with a paddle, and it was just the one I was playing the best with. I think if the long handle J2NF, if that comes out and plays the same, that will probably be what I'm using, just because I've been trying to incorporate my two-hander a lot more, and I've noticed I can't rip it as hard with the two-hander with the shorter handle, so
Yeah.
we'll see. I've been using the Gearbox GX2 elongated power a lot lately too, and I've been playing really, really well with that. So that could be another contender there. But yeah, I think that if they made that foam paddle or the Honolulu J2NF in the J7 shape, or even a different elongated shape, I could see me going there. I've been trending towards elongated more. The more I've been testing elongated, it's just because I really maximize my reach, and it really helps me. So we'll see. But those are the two that really stand out for me lately. I do like that Gen 4.5 too. That would be one. If we were going to bring two, and I was bringing up a less power, I would bring that just as a backup. I think it plays really well stock. I added weight to it and I took it off. I don't think it needs weight, so I think that it comes at that higher swing weight, but it doesn't really need any addition. So I enjoyed it.
You know something kind of weird about that 4.5?
The name.
There's that. Like the balance point is really low on it. So it has like a higher swing weight. I want to say it was like 122 or something, but the balance point was in the 30s. It was like 230 or 2.3, depending on how you use centimeters or millimeters. And so maybe that's what you're feeling. Like when you add weight, like it's heavy swing weight wise, but it still kind of moves. Like it doesn't feel as heavy as 122 should feel. And I noticed that the balance point was so much lower. For some reason, your comment made me think of that. It's like, is that why it doesn't necessarily have to have weight? Is because I don't know. That one is kind of an interesting number.
Throw it off a little or something. Braydon, you're up.
No, I'm kind of like Jacob, like where I'm in between a little bit. Like I was like, I really like the NFK, like Speak Pickleball is doing their thing. I told them the NFK.
Yeah.
But there's just so many good paddles right now. The Gearbox Power is one that's interesting to me. I just played my first games with it the other day and was really digging how it felt. It's got a unique kind of softer, but it's still like you still feel the feedback. It's not like, I don't know, it's not overly soft, not too muted. I don't know, that was kind of tough to explain. I don't know how to nail it down yet, but it felt good. It played well. It was punchy, but I was still finding my soft game stuff. But I'm not like married to one. Like I was playing the Carbon 2 True Foam for the first 6-7 months of the year, and I was like, yeah, this is good. I'm gonna stick with it for a while. Yeah. And now I'm like, there's so many good paddles right now. Like all the paddles you guys said, like I feel comfortable going to a tournament with. And I would probably say NFK right now, flirting with the Gearbox, but I don't have any that I'm just like, yeah, this would be the one for the next 6 months. Like I could change next month. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like I say this like every month when I have like people like asking for recommendations or whatever, and it's like there's so many good options right now at so many different price points, and like that like statement just becomes more and more true every month that goes by pretty much.
Like I feel stupid in my reviews. I'm like, it's another really good one.
Yeah, this is the best paddle.
Buy this one too.
Yeah, you're being supported by like
that. I'm just like not
sell out
or something.
A little bit. I sell out.
Well, that's the thing too. You know, people sometimes get mad. I think it's less these days. They're like, "Why don't you do reviews on all the bad paddles?" And it's like, but no one wants to see that. You know, that's why we talk about it on the podcast. They're like, this paddle's not. We don't like it. It's not good. I'm not going to, spend 40 to 50 hours or however long, testing and the review takes. Just to tell you it's bad when I can do it in 5 minutes on the podcast. And like, this is why I don't like it. So I'm not going to make more content on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always feel like if there's something like unique, we actually kind of talked about that at the last Pickleball Town Hall, and I feel like Chris had a pretty like interesting approach, and I forget his like he had like 3 core pillars or something that like a paddle had to meet to get a dedicated review.
We all have those too. No.
Yeah. Mine are written down right here. Mine are written down on my main paddle actually.
Mine's a
yeah, all right.
How many clothing I get from them is
yeah, exactly. How many t-shirts did they send me? But yeah, I don't know. I thought that was interesting because I feel like I lean a little more toward you, Jacob, where I'm like, it's a big investment of my time and energy.
Yeah.
And so I do want it to be like worthwhile and something that I like, because I don't want to play something for a really long time that I hate. But yeah, his approach was unique in that I think like there were ways that paddles that he didn't like could still meet the criteria to get a review, kind of, which I mean can be helpful to people. So
and like the roundups I think are a good format. Like he had the podcast.
Yeah.
I only recently started doing roundups.
That's what
you guys have all been doing roundups a lot longer than I have, and I like that format. I think that's a good place. But look, I like these two are just meh. And that's an easy place to kind of like throw those paddles in. But you're right, you can't do every paddle, so why would you do the ones that you don't like?
Yeah, the roundups are nice though. Like it's fun to like what's my elevator pitch for a paddle? You know what I mean? Like we can go with a full review, you can go in depth, and that's fun too. But more like high level and stuff like that is, I don't know, preferable in some ways, I feel like. But Scooter, what are you rocking?
I've been hooked on the Franklin C45 since it released.
Yeah. Are you
I still love the hybrid,
original?
but
okay.
The Dynasty, I'm kind of flirting back and forth, figuring out which one suits me a little bit more. So yeah, I've been spending a lot more time with the Dynasty as of recently, and then the True Foam 4. That's
Yeah.
that one's been really impressive as well. I feel like the Dynasty 14 and the True Foam 4
Got it
kind
right
of
here.
feel similar in terms of power, pop, the main attributes. They
Yeah.
share a lot of the similarities in what I like about a paddle. So those two have kind of been what I've been picking up a lot more lately.
True
For
foam,
sure.
J2 and F. What do you pick?
I don't have a contact with Honolulu, so I'm picking True Foam.
Fair enough.
I like it.
I feel like Jacob's got an opinion on that one.
I was gonna say, yeah, what are
it's
your
not
guys'
even close
opinions
for
on
me.
that?
So it's not. It's fine though.
Well, I mean, I had somebody comment on my recent video why I didn't include Honolulu, and I was like, if you can get them to email me back, I'll consider it. But
You have to go to Hawaii actually and do an in-person introduction again.
That's not
That's
the
what
worst
I've
thing.
heard,
That's a nice place to be. Braydon, what do you?
He's got his 3 criteria that you gotta meet.
You got to be in
Yep.
Hawaii. You got to be wearing my apparel.
You need to
and,
know 316 as well.
Yeah. Braydon, what would your answer to that question be? The NF for the True
I
Foam?
would I would take the NF. I would take
Okay.
the NF.
Was that yours too, Jacob?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I think the True Foam is just needs too much work to start even getting close to the Honolulu, and they all come in, higher swing weight. It's not even close for me.
Yeah, the numbers on the J2 shape are so good, and it makes it so easy to customize if you want to.
Yeah, you have a lot of
There
room.
really hasn't been a hybrid to match it. Yeah, like the True 4 plays well, but yeah, you just can't quite customize it the same. Like it comes in at 8 ounces, but like, it has the lower swing weight, but it kind of has
Yeah.
a higher static weight. Whereas like the C45 hybrid has the low swing weight and low static weight, which makes it
Yeah.
more customizable. So like to get the True Foam numbers to like be the same or equal to the NF, like you have to add almost a 0.3, 0.4 ounces to it over the NF, and so then you start to lose some performance compared
Yeah.
to the NFs. The NFs, I am interested to see if the numbers on the long handles will be similar. So
Yeah.
if they can keep that kind of same magic there. But
I will say that
Go ahead.
that's one thing that I'm certainly interested to see is the new long handle versions, because that's kind of been a big turnoff for me with the J2 shape. Is I rely pretty heavily on the 2E, so the shorter handle has kind of always been a little bit of a drawback for that paddle.
Yeah.
Have you guys hit the J2 XK before?
Sorry, Dave. Go ahead.
Have you guys hit the J2 XK before? It came out like a few months back. I don't know if he really released that.
Yeah, did he release that?
I don't know. I had that one, and it sounded good on paper, like J2K with a longer handle, but that paddle was actually terrible because it basically took everything that was good about the J2K, and all they did was increase the handle, cut away the bottom taper. There was no redistribution of the weight anywhere else, no maximizing of the surface area of the paddle face, and it was just so unstable and basically just made the paddle actually worse. So I'm kind of hesitant about the 6-inch version. Like, is it gonna require a lot of weight? Like, is he going to actually redistribute the weight or change the dimensions and anything instead of just cutting out the bottom part, giving you more handle? Because that actually made the paddle worse than before.
Oh, so it kept the same handle length and just increased the taper so that you could tape higher?
Yeah.
Rather than actually making the handle longer and then keeping the straight out.
Yeah, so they cut that taper out, and then the twist weight just dropped down significantly, and the whole stability of the paddle was just not good. So that's why I'm very hesitant if he does the same thing here.
I've heard it's
Yeah.
a new shape. I agree. The J2X shape.
Yeah, I heard it's a new one, but I'm still hesitant about it.
Yeah.
So maybe it's that shorter handle of the J2 with that taper that makes it the magic that it is.
Yeah, that's what gave it this whole identity. But as I'm hoping he does it better in the 6-inch version, but we'll see.
Yeah, there's got to be a way. I hope so. I like the idea of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to knock on the True Foam 4 or anything because I still think there's a place for it. Like if you want the maneuverability, it has a little different feel, a little springier out the face. I don't think it's a guarantee NF over the True Foam every time, but
Yeah.
I would take the NF. I think.
I'm maining True Foam 4 right now. Have been for
Why did you pick
a
that
month.
over the Honolulu then.
So I don't have the NF. I just hit Chris's though the other day for a little while. And I still think I would go True Foam 4, but I could see like with a little more time going to like the NF is a great paddle for sure. But I've been maining the True Foam 2 for so long, like the 4 just felt like everything I kind of wanted originally. The feel of the 2, but in a shape that I prefer, and significally lighter than like the 3 and the 1. I think lighter than the 2 swing weight wise.
Lighter than the 2, at least mine was.
Yeah. I would have to check my actual numbers, but I think that was the case, and like that was like that's basically what I wanted from the start. So I was pretty, amped when I got that in hand, and but yeah, the NF was great. It felt a little like softer to me comparatively.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was super stable out of the box. That I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was really good.
When I first got the carbons, they felt so soft, so dense. And then as more foams have come out, I feel like some of these latest
kind of like
ones
rearranged.
are even softer than
Yeah.
what the carbon was. And so now the carbon doesn't have that. Like, it still feels great, but
Yeah.
it's not as soft as I like remember it when I like compare them all.
Yeah.
Does anyone else feel that way?
I mean, that's like what we see with, like, every time a new power paddle, not every time, but like with just the power landscape changing, it's the foam feel landscape changing. It's just progression and whatever, I feel like. Which is a good thing.
Yeah, I think that's why I like the C45 so much, is I feel like it's peak Gen 3. Like, it's the best Gen 3 construction for my personal taste. And I feel like in, 3-6 months we'll probably have that same experience with foam paddles as well, where they finally kind of fall into their own characteristics and everybody starts finding the best ways to construct them and the right foam densities and whatever to make the best foam paddle.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
Still early.
Yeah, true. Do you guys think, like, I feel like foam was like the big thing, right? The big transition, whenever that was. I don't know, with the True Foam release. I'm very bad at like timelines and time frames, so I don't know whenever that existed. But like,
That was like January, early January.
okay, I
January
was gonna say
30th.
like 6. Oh, okay. So yeah, like
look at
6
that.
months ago. Whoa, yeah. David is the opposite of me, apparently. Or I don't know who said that. Paul, somebody.
It was Paul.
Oh, okay. It's Paul. Yeah.
Paul's not that smart.
Yeah.
Just kidding, you are. You're very
I like didn't see the
talented.
like box light up. What do you guys like have any like guesses? Like, what do you think the next like revolutionary step is going to be? Right? Like, we have all these like minor things now. Like, okay, now it's foam with indents. Now it's I don't know, whatever. Like, I feel like we've made like a couple like big leaps through paddle technology, and then it's like a lot of really minor stuff in between. You guys have any like guesses where we're going?
Yeah, different types of wood core with carbon fiber around it.
Going back
Maple.
to
PB Core 43.
Yeah, like I don't know, when I think of like deficiencies potentially of foam, right? Like you have the disbonding, you have the thing that John tested with the heat. So like foam paddles aren't perfect. There are still some durability challenges with it
Yeah.
here and there. And so I think it's hard to say like what the next material is. Like I don't think any of us are gonna see or know what that is because we're not the engineers. But there's going to be something beyond foam. It'll probably be foam heavy, foam incorporated, but not 100% foam. There's got to be some sort of something in there. Maybe it's a rhombus type thing where it has like, or maybe a more gearbox, like a carbon fiber lattice, some sort of like little extra support to the foam that's not foam, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, having a 2-hour phone conversation with Raphael from Gearbox will lead you to believe that that's the case. So some
That's
sort
the
of
next-
carbon foam, mixture.
Yeah. And I feel
would
like we're
like to
still
see-
like iterations away, but
Yeah, I would really like to see, the same way rule changes allowed for foam cores to even exist to start with, maybe more rule changes allowing for surface materials. So I feel like that's really going to be where paddle technology takes the biggest jump.
Yeah, I mean that's. I agree. I think we'll see some changes there. Selkirk's there and Finnegrad, I think, is the real deal.
Yeah.
There's another brand that's coming out with a new surface that's going to be longer lasting. So yeah, people are thinking about that. I like that scooter. I think that'll be some stuff where we'll see some changes. Maybe the rules don't even need to change. Maybe because these like the Infinigrit is with with the rules currently. It's just a new way of doing it. But yeah, I agree. Like, okay, why does durability matter if we can't match, or why does core durability matter if we can't match the grit, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a big step. I agree.
Like, again, I'm framing it within reviews, but like I feel like sometimes I'm kind of in like this box of where like part of me wants to be like consistent in how I do a review, in the structure of it, what I test, how I present it, like the format and stuff like that. But then like, or like even how it looks or whatever. But then like I also want the freedom to like explore. And I think like as a creative, like I want to do different things. I want to try different fonts or whatever, like something small like that. Or I want to do like something big, like a big structural change to like my approach or something. And that's a really long question, but any of you guys on the same page?
I think if it makes you happy, you should just go for it and don't let yourself get boxed in. Like maybe you have the same structure, but if you have an idea for whatever reason on a certain paddle or a certain video, I think you should just go for it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Don't worry about it. But if it seems like a good idea, just go for it. That's what I've kind of treated, the journey. Like if I have an idea, I'll go for it. And, if it's different and it works, great. If it doesn't, well, just don't do it again.
Yeah.
Or do it better next time.
Do it good.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Bobby. When you start getting more than 500 views and
dude, I'll get there.
Videos are, then you can stay within your box.
Dude, it's crazy too because I can't wait to get my first comment.
Just kidding. I'm such a jerk. When I get in these like social situations, I get like nervous and I start like attacking people.
He's got to be the alpha. Brent's got to be the alpha.
Paul, I did that to you too. I attacked you a couple times now. I'm horrible.
I'm waiting for it. I want to make a
Asian
video like you, Paul. Though I want to do like a tournament video. I just need the right person to do it with because not everyone can be mic'd up and like they get too serious. I want to have like a fun, competitive tournament, but be mic'd up and do it. I need to get the right person for it.
Yeah, I would get canceled if I got mic'd up.
It'd take too much editing. I'm like, never mind. You can't do this.
Voiceovers only.
Yeah. Paul, how did you like land on that? Was that just like you made your first one and just kind of worked and?
Yeah, I never intended to make content or be a creator. It's kind of like I wanted to learn how to get better at the game and I wanted to VOD review it, but I just hate watching like raw footage. And so I just edited it up, cut out all the dead time, put the scoreboard on, and then I would watch it with a friend, and then we would review it together. And then having being public, it just caught on. And then so that's kind of how that all started and took traction and just ran with it after that.
Oh, that's a cool story.
Yeah, that stuff is hard to do. I feel like. I don't know. I would much rather do a review than a gameplay video. I don't know what I have to say, and
What are your comments like, Paul? Do you get all those? Oh, you're not actually a 3-0, or is it?
I was just about to ask that.
Actually
Yeah,
a 5-0 because you're under.
No, it's like
yourself.
when I was a 3-0, people would comment and be like, "Finally, someone who's honest about their duper."
Dude, that was Braydon on alternate accounts. He was feeling, he was feeling threatened. So yeah,
I gotta tear him down.
Did you ever make it on a pickleball pick apart?
No,
You
what
know
is that?
shit? Is he just he reviews gameplay and he'll tell you like where you
Dude,
suck.
maybe he did. I just haven't seen it yet.
Oh, he'll go like just take random games on the internet and just pick them apart.
Yeah. He's been around for a while. It's just like he'll I think people submit games now, but he'll just be like, "Yep, you made an error there. That was bad."
Just to the point.
Reviews.
Oh, wow.
Like Jacob will take my review, like, nope, that's a horrible take.
Yeah.
Come on, Brady.
We can all do
No,
reactions to Paul's latest video and post it on our own channels.
You probably don't get it as much, Braydon, but I love it when someone comes over and they're like, "Well, John Q said this, and so
Oh, no,
you're
I
wrong." And I'm like,
I-
"Oh, great! We
I
can't
get
have
that
different
too.
opinions
I
these
get
days."
that too. It's always John Q. John Q's got like,
It is. I
got
never
this
get a Chris
following.
Olsen. It's John Q.
yeah, he's got some people that really
Stands.
Like him. Yeah, if you're different from his data, God forbid.
I I was like, yeah. I think anyone recording any of these numbers could tell you it's never going to be 100% comparable across the board. So it's whatever.
I love it when like people come after you for, or like at least for me, but like they'll come after me for not doing the numbers. And I was like, well, Chris isn't doing it either. Why are you attacking me? Like, this guy here.
How do you?
I think I'm gonna give up
Go
on
ahead.
numbers. Just give it to Q. Let him have it.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
do something else.
Well,
That's how I felt from the start. You guys got it covered. I don't need to do it.
What I found interesting is UPA A isn't going to release their like PB or whatever they call their testing numbers, but obviously, you know, the USAP numbers are flowing freely. But the UPAA said that they're going to like come after companies if they release it to use it as advertising.
Oh, really? Why do you think that
But
is?
yeah, but obviously the companies are releasing their PB core numbers. It seems like pretty much everyone's kind of doing it now. So if they're releasing those numbers, I mean, what does it matter if you release your UPAA number? You know, I don't know. But it'd be nice to have, you know, all the data to compare, and
Do
people
you
can
think
do
are they
it.
like nervous that the numbers won't line up very well, or?
From what I understand, they don't want they just don't want companies to use it as advertising. Like, hey, this is the legal limit of power,
Oh,
which, you know,
yeah,
we've
I
already kind of
understand.
experienced different results. I get it, but at the same time, if USAP's already letting people release their numbers, what, you know, you're really not stopping anything. So
Yeah, not the way you frame that makes sense. Like, it'd almost be better for the market not to have those numbers shared, because you have the flick saying, "Oh, this is 0.43," and then you got somebody else saying this is 0.43, but the power levels are so different, right? Like, it doesn't really mean anything,
Yeah.
and it can be confusing. It almost makes USAP like, it's not like a great look for them, right? If
yeah,
if people know their
yeah,
stuff.
because it's not consistent. I mean, I don't, and I think now it's going to become a game of who can game the PB core testing, which
Yeah.
we've already seen happening.
Yeah.
Bobby, can I bring up a topic that's not paddle related?
Yeah, we're like 40 minutes in only paddles,
Okay.
so
Can,
I love it.
Can we talk about this Ben Johns trade? And
Yeah.
I want to hear what you guys think about it. I'm pretty much on the side. I think it's terrible for MLP and just what the future of MLP is going to be. You know, if there's just going to be a few super teams with the owners willing to spend money, and then the rest of the owners aren't going to be willing to spend money because I don't know how much money they're making, but I just think it makes it too much like PPA. Like, you're going to have the best players playing with the best players, and there's no parity in the league except for the top 4 teams. So just tune in for the semifinals, I guess, every season in the playoffs. That's how I feel. I don't know if anyone feels different, if they're, you know, happy about it or feeling good that you can just buy the best players now.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah, there's already a couple of super teams, right? And they're trying to match it, but it was also weird with that trade of just like how lopsided it was,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Two lopsided players, basically.
right, like it didn't make any sense, and it makes you wonder what the story is behind like what really happened there, because I don't really know. But yeah, that was fascinating. Yeah, MLP. Like, did you guys watch this weekend? Like, it's really fun when the top teams play, but
Yeah.
outside of that, it's just not
Yeah.
that interesting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
don't-
watch it all.
The plus side is at least somebody's there to compete against the Shock and the Flash, but the downside is, I guess, Carolina's just completely given up now.
Seems that way. Yeah, I don't
Ye-
follow it like super closely. I did watch, a chunk of it this weekend, and I guess there are definitely things I don't understand or know. I just haven't looked into them about like the structure. But I think generally I'm against like super teams in any sport. I know. How does like the financial side of this work? Is it truly just like if your owner is willing to spend the money, you can do whatever you want, or are there like salary
Well,
caps? and
There's
that?
no salary cap.
Okay.
From my knowledge, I mean, I don't know what the number is. I would imagine it'd be like, 400 to 600,000.
Yeah.
Someone was estimating for them sending over Don't know if that money just goes straight to the owners' pockets, but I imagine it does.
Probably has the option to
Don't,
at least.
don't think it goes to the players. And just before I forget, did anyone watch Beer City and see me on the court? I was right there on the sideline, big guy in a purple shirt. Just wondering if anyone saw me, because I was on the live stream for a little bit.
No,
I
but I
did
think I
not.
saw John Q.
Yeah.
No, you would fight. Damn it.
No, I didn't watch any of the Beer City. I saw you guys posted. That was pretty much the news I got about Beer City, is what you guys were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun event, but they kept that media area tight. Like it was basically I was told I could stand or not stand. I could squat in a corner. Otherwise, I was in the way of Dave Fleming, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done recording. I was like, it's too much. I can't sit in this corner. It's too painful. So
this was the first time you and David have met?
this was the first
Yeah.
time we met. Yes.
Okay, how did that go?
We just locked eyes. We had a 10-second hug. No.
Was he bigger in person?
Well, he wasn't bigger than me, but he was bigger. I guess my expectations weren't, like as small as maybe some of you guys, because I've heard everyone say he's big. I see him a lot, across, on the video, and I see he's pretty swole, so I wasn't surprised. But it seemed natural. I mean, just how we talk all the time anyway, so everything seemed to flow pretty well, and and it didn't have a problem. Our
Right,
families
David,
got along
what was,
well.
what was one thing you didn't expect that Jacob does in real life, not on camera?
Oh, huh.
He's got a whole list.
Which one are you gonna pick?
He had his enhanced 4.5 by him. He's actually got a little notebook with it written out too.
No, I don't think anything off the top of my head. Nothing really surprised. I think the most surprising was I think he just mentioned how well our families got along, and it was just a great time hanging out with them, and got some drinks in, got a good time going bar hopping. So it was a really fun time.
Yeah, our wives got along very well from the start, so that was good.
They tried to replace us. They're like, "Oh, we should do a podcast too." And I was like, "What are you guys going to talk about? You don't know what carbon fiber even is."
Dang. Where was that?
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Is
Yeah.
that where you are, Jacob?
I'm not in Grand Rapids. I'm in around Detroit. So
Okay.
yeah, if anyone wants to come out to Beer City next year, it's a fun one. With how it is a smaller venue because it's a public park, but they have 20 courts. But with how small it is, you pretty much get access, to all the pros, and they have to walk through the crowd. I mean, I think that's probably every venue, but this is you have no choice. They're gonna walk by you, you're gonna be able to see them from anywhere. So
That's
it was a lot of
that's an
fun.
independent event, right? That's not run by a tour.
It's run by Major League Pickleball now. I mean, you have Andrea Coop is the main person behind it, but I don't know, how the breakdown between if MLP's getting money, but they pretty much run it, and I had to go through MLP to get a media pass, so I couldn't get one from the people that
Yeah,
went
so
through
the
City.
MLP event was running concurrently or just before?
Running at the same time. Yeah,
Same
they
time.
had the championship and grandstand courts, so they just needed those two courts, and then they had two other courts dedicated for pro practice courts.
But not all the pros didn't play in both. It was one or the other.
In what?
Someone if you played in the MLP event, you didn't play the Beer City Open, right? It was
The
one or
Beer City
other.
Open is the MLP event.
I was thinking it was two different things for some reason.
Well, I mean, they didn't have it was all amateur for just normal double elimination style, and then the Beer City was the mid-season Major League Pickleball tournament. So you had all the teams there
okay.
from Challenger and Premier, and so it was a good one to go to because except there's 8 or 9 subs, so not all the main pros were there. Because you had Colin Johns and Rafa Hewitt ended up playing Challenger and Premier as subs, so
in
you
my
did
head,
have
I
a
had them
shortage.
as two separate events for some reason. Because last year it was just a regular tournament that Andrew Coop ran. I think.
Yeah, so I mean, it's changed over the years. They did it as an independent tournament. I think they had it as a PPA stop maybe one year. They had it as an APP stop, but regardless, the last 6 years, they always have the same amateur tournaments, and then with the pro stuff has been rotating. But the last 2 years, they did just Major League Pickleball stuff there for the pros, and then just normal amateur tournament stuff.
Well, maybe I did see you then.
All right.
I'll go back. The purple shirt.
Yeah, go
that's
back.
what you said?
It was a white shirt with a lot of purple pineapples, and I was in the corner. I remember Riley Newman was toweling off by me. Leia Jansen was toweling off by
You
me.
steal the towels. You're in the corner stealing towels.
Well, it was weird because like I didn't know what to do when they came over because like those are some intense players, like especially Leia, and they're just like staring me down, and you know like after a bad point, and they're going to get the towel, and I'm like, do I keep staring and recording? I'm like, yeah, that's what I kept doing. I'm like, you got to, but I felt like they're gonna yell at me like, don't look at me.
What were you recording for? Just
Myself,
Just
trying
okay.
to make
Make something neat.
make a video out of the event.
Yeah.
They didn't want to collaborate at all. I asked. They were like, yeah, just show up there. And I was the only person in the media section. There was no one else making content. It was just me, and I was in people's way. And so it was.
Then you were like right on top of the action. You're like.
Yeah, I was
over
right
the
there.
Little blocker.
Yeah, I was
things.
right there in the action. I haven't looked at any of the footage, so hopefully it worked out. I was recording on one camera, and then I was like, well, I want to record vertical, so I brought my phone, and then I'm like, all right, trying to do both. And then I snuck in. Well, I won't say I snuck into the VIP section. Some people said I was allowed, but the VIP section was like right behind the court, so you're right there, and they had a bartender and food, and this fancy water called agua, no joke, no joke. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Interesting.
David was your bodyguard as you go into the VIP tent.
The printer broke, and I don't know if you saw my story, but they literally took a white piece of paper, wrote David Yang Media Pass, and had me walk in with that. And I was like, I'm not getting to any. I'm gonna kick out of this venue. Because of that. And I was literally walking around. I was so embarrassed with it.
Event.
Yeah, I was like, I might erase this and write VIP. Maybe that could. But we did see. We saw Zane Ford, and so Jacob actually heckles him as he's walking by, and he goes, "Hey, how many rubies did you break today?" He actually came over and he was like super cool, like chatted with us, and we saw the new 6-0 paddle that I think is in provisional approval, so it was cool to see that. Told us a little bit about that, and was telling him how Braydon, we went to China and like got to test it out. I was like, yeah, we're the reason you have this paddle because we told Dale what to make. So, thank you.
That's awesome.
That's pretty good.
How old is he? Ford.
He said he's 20. I actually asked him his age. I'm like, how old are you? You said he's 20. And I was like,
younger
jeez.
for some reason.
Yeah, made me feel old. Not gonna lie.
Jake, I think are we the only ones that have kids here?
Unless any of these other four speak up, I believe so.
I do not.
How old's your oldest?
5.
5. Okay. Yeah.
3
we're
and
like
5. So
we're like right in the same boat.
yeah, it's a lot of work. I know.
Yeah. I'm very tired right now. Do you feel tired?
I mean, this 10 o'clock is my bedtime over here on the East Coast. So we're 10 minutes approaching my bedtime. I wake up at 5:30 for work. So
Oh my goodness.
I unfortunately am not a full-time pickleballer. Maybe one day.
Braydon, are you doing this full time?
Yeah, I started doing it last year full time.
Okay. What were you doing before?
I was doing digital marketing, like
Okay.
mostly email marketing stuff.
Cool. Is everybody else doing this as a side thing? Anybody else doing this full time pickleball stuff? No. I didn't think so, but I didn't know. I know. Is John Q full time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, John
And
is.
Chris.
Do you guys have ambitions to do that? Do you think you could, or do you like the way you have it set up now, or like is your real job just so good like there's no reason to leave it? Like I don't know, how do you guys view that?
It all comes down to the money, Braydon. If I could make enough in pickleball, I would 100% do it.
So if it was
but-
close enough to your current salary,
Yeah,
you'd
well,
make the switch?
my wife stays home with the kids, so it would need to be more than close enough. It would need to be quite a bit more to make me feel comfortable
Yeah.
jumping off and doing it.
There's a
So,
lot of
right.
money you don't get to keep.
Yeah.
That's like for like.
I thought you were about to say there's a lot of money available to me, and you're gonna hit me up after the show. I'm
You
like,
have
sweet.
to make like 200,000 to make 100,000.
I just need
Yeah.
to sell a little bit more pickleball effect tuning tape, and then I think I might be able
Hey,
to make the
stay
switch.
out of my territory, Robbie.
Hold on.
That's my stuff. Go back to Bodie over there.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I don't know. For me, I do video production full time, for myself or for my company or whatever. So this is like it's interesting. It's shares a lot of similarities, so it really just blends together for me. Like I don't envision that I would ever not shoot some weddings and commercial stuff. I would be open to pickleball like taking up more of the of the pie, so to speak.
But you already work for yourself, like it's your own company.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really just difference of what am I
What are you
creating.
doing?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not as like a big of a change for you because I've
No.
been working for something my whole life. This is the first time I've done anything on my own, and like,
Yeah.
it's been fun having like to own your own time, your own schedule, and that thing. And it's there's the pros and cons to each side, but yeah, I guess it's a little
Totally.
different for you. Like maybe it's not as your life doesn't necessarily change as much because it's just changing what you're doing, but the same thing.
Yeah. But I mean, I think, the goal would be still to grow this, make it a little more streamlined and sustainable on its own as like a replacement for part of a salary. And then I can work, maybe not. I feel like I'm already at the point where I get to work mostly projects that I am excited about. But, there's still probably some where I'd rather just say no, but it's good money or something. So if I could replace that, that'd be cool. Free up my time for some more pickleball. But yeah, what about you guys, Paul, David, Scooter?
Paul, you can
Yeah,
go
I mean,
ahead first.
I'd love to, but yeah, I mean, I could see myself doing something in the pickleball space. I happen to live in a town where a formerly major company is based.
Okay.
I'm in good contact with their owner, so me and my dad have looked into opening an indoor facility. So there's options that I could see pursuing, but
Yeah,
they're a far way away.
yeah,
I feel like a lot of places need to be in set before I even consider it. Like other than money, like if it means I'm gonna quit my job just to be editing more, that's not it.
yeah, yeah.
So it's like I would still have to have an editor in place, like on top of all the expenses and finances.
For sure.
But yeah, so I think it's like sustainability in content itself before the finances come, and then maybe finances. But I feel like the job just helps fund a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'll probably do it full time if I get laid off, though.
Makes sense,
How
I
long
guess.
That's like a good question. Like if you were laid off right
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
would you give it a shot?
Dive
Yeah,
all
I
in.
would. I would. See how it goes for the next 2-3 months and see
Yeah.
what that looks like.
Interesting.
Yeah, for me, I'm a software developer, and I guess like where I am is pretty stable. So I
He's
like to
I'm
keep
making more
my
money than
Yeah.
all you guys.
I like to keep my work really separate from my hobbies. And there are aspects of content creation I'm not a big fan of, and unless I had money like Braydon to hire a mule like Aaron to do, the grunt work for
Yeah.
me, I wouldn't see myself having fun doing a lot of the editing and
He was
a lot of the
big
other
he
things
froze.
that come with it. And I like to have that distinction between like
4 minutes early.
for me, it's always going to be part time. I would never go.
And
full-time.
David froze,
too.
but I think we got the gist. We can come back
software
if he
developer?
reconnects. Yeah.
Does he know how to work computers,
I
internet?
think he's essentially saying no.
I think he was saying his phone was gonna die. Yeah, I think this is his way of saying no. So, like, flip side for you, Braydon, you were working. So, or maybe not flip side, but now you're, further along the path than a lot of us, and you did choose to kind of take that jump and go full time. What was like going through your head? Like, that's got to be scary, I would imagine,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I mean, it was really scary. I mean, I had just had my third kid.
Yeah.
She was like 2 months old when we did it, but like we had some money saved up, and I was like, well, I'll give it a shot for a year. If it
Okay.
doesn't work out, it would be easy enough for me to find another job. Like I don't think I couldn't just go find another gig that was equal to what I had before.
Yeah.
So I gave it a shot, and I mean, it's not like I'm just rolling it, but like it's enough to pay the bills and do something I really enjoy and love, and I love owning my own time, and I love, facing the challenges of that you have to go against when it's just your thing and your business, and you're kind of just you against the world, and like I love that aspect, and I really enjoy the lifestyle that I have now versus what I had before.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it for as long as I can because I enjoy it. It's just I mean, of course, playing the pickleball is fun, but also like just the business aspect and
Playing the pickleball.
trying to make it work. But it's funny how I don't know, have you guys faced any like do you think there's any less joy in playing when you are trying to get to the court so much to just test paddles? Like, do you think that takes away some of the utility for you?
I'll give my answer. I think yes, I'm like starting to see that, and I imagine most people will at some point, is my guess. And I think that's like true anytime you turn a passion into a career, like there's a risk for that, and it's pretty easy to get there. And I loved making like videos, and that's how I kind of originally got into, starting my company 18 years ago or whenever. And like I've been really intentional to be really protective of that in the amount of work I take on, the people I work with, and stuff like that. And so I'm starting to kind of see that with pickleball, where it's like there are days where I'm not as excited to go out and play because I'm like, oh, okay, I just gotta like hit all these. I gotta do serve speed tests or whatever, And so I think some of that dictates what I am doing or want to be doing with videos and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. It's something that I think is important to be conscious or aware of, because it can very easily become something that you like resent and don't like, and then that sucks.
Hey, Bobby, I have to hop off, but I appreciate the invite.
Yeah.
Good seeing you guys.
Yeah, good to see you.
See you there.
Sweet. Well, David just messaged in the group too, saying that his phone died. So I say we probably call it.
Sounds good.
But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. I don't know. It's fun to just hang and chat, and
For sure.
hopefully,
I
if
enjoyed being
nothing
here.
else, yeah, thanks for coming to both of you guys. And yeah, maybe we'll Paul let you know if I'm ever in Austin again. Otherwise, I don't
Yeah, let
know,
me know.
bread and butter 2026 or something.